irrigation. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I would like to thank my friend Yannis, who invited us as a TOEV to participate and be in the same panel with these honorable participants. It's a great honor. It was mentioned this morning whether there are farmers. I have to say that all the BoD of TOEV are present. They are farmers. They are among the best farmers of Karditsa. And I'm referring this for you to understand that a TOEV is a self-administered organization. Their members manage it by elections every 5 years. So 5 years ago, these people decided to take things on their hands since the political system does not respond to its work, either because we as farmers are not interested, or because the situation does not allow us. However, if the TOEVs work, they can be effective. That's what these people realized 5 years ago and decided to take things on their hands. Please allow me to show you our network. The TOEV manages the Tavropos network. It is a long network of the ones that was built in the 60s. And there's the Plastira lake. There are 120,000 stremas around Karditsa in 19 communities which are cultivated. Yes, 19 communities of Karditsa and Mouzaki municipality. It's a long, vast network which extends to an almost 900 kilometers, and you can see some pictures of the current operation of the network. We have primary and secondary routes that lead the water to the producers. Also, allow me to show you why TOEV Tavropou is a good example of TOEV in our country. In 2016, we tried to do the self-explanatory, that is, manage our finances, decrease expenses, apply KPIs, and improve the financial management. This way, we tried to more than double in 2017 the cash reserves at the end of the year. And this is a trend that continues up to the present. This gave us the opportunity to proceed with investments in mechanical equipment without getting financing. Our own producers' money was used. For example, we acquired 2 excavation machines, and in order to work in 1 kilometer, while this cost 1,000 euros, and we used to take lots of days to do so, it now costs 200 euros, and it is done within an 8-hour shift. At the same time, we also invested in equipment in order to fight water-absorbing vegetation. When we undertook office, it was done with chemicals. More than 12 tons of glyphosate were applied in the area, with whatever this implies for public health. So we abolished the use of these chemicals. This is an area where we live. Also, we acquired another machine for the formation of our agricultural network. So We invested more than 700,000 euros, including VAT, and this is unfair. TOEV do not receive VAT. In any case, they pay the VAT and they actually lose it. Of course, this was the minimum we could do because we had to deal with a more important issue, the water for irrigation. Managing water for irrigation was done in a free demand network where there was not a storage space, meaning that water need to run all the time from the lake to the managers. And in essence, there was a cyclical irrigation flow lasting 15 days. So you realize what happened in the summer season when you need to irrigate every 15 days. This had to stop. Therefore, we thought that no one can irrigate without control. There needs to be a planning and a schedule of irrigation. So we had to know beforehand who was planning to irrigate. So this whole approach, investments and equipment helped us know beforehand. We created an information system using, again, our own money by utilizing electric motors and sensors so as we will be able to have some kind of a precision irrigation with a small deviation. This way we managed to reduce the amount of water used. We also used some special sensors in order to make precise measurements of flowing water. We had noticed that depending on the lake level, there was an increase or decrease. When there was a decrease, the endpoints had a decrease. When I'm talking about endpoints, I'm referring to 20 or 30 kilometers, and these endpoints were noticing the lack in maybe 8 or 9 hours later. So there is a self-regulation of these water flowing portals, so to say, so we don't have the same problem, especially in the second year of our office. Nobody touches anyone else's equipment in order to have water. We also used an aquifer because up to that point we had working sheets where everything was recorded, who irrigates when and for how long. This information was gathered at the end of the day and you had to draw conclusions. Now this had to stop. So we created an information system for smartphones used by the aquifers themselves, and when irrigation starts, they enter which producer and when irrigates, and depending on the crop. So this information is gathered in real time, and within the same day, we can get water from where there is a surplus and direct it to where there is a deficit. We had, therefore, an advantage due to this effort, and this helped us reach 8-day water cycles. Irrigated lands were increased from 16,000 stremas to 80,000. Apart from water management, I would like to refer to the most important projects of the network. These were created in order for the producer to irrigate based on the free demand. as we all know, it is an old-fashioned method that leads to waste, soil corrosion, and it is not an accepted practice based on agricultural best practice. Also, up to the mid of the crop season, our producers also use artificial rainfall. So while we say that in Tavropos everyone irrigates cheap because there is a small price per strema, the actual cost exceeds 50 euros per strema due to the use of oil to create this artificial rainfall. There are also huge maintenance fees. This is a discussion for another moment, of course, but the important thing is that we managed to irrigate in 2021. So, because as we said, we are responsible for our own, for taking things in our hands. Since 2017, we started designing a modern closed system under pressure as it should be in the next decades, because we realized where things are going. We created it bottom up, as referred it, and it is a network that Mr. Papagianidis promoted with his team, and I would like to thank him for that. And it leads by design in a 35% water savings. We're talking of a network of more than 8 kilometers. You see the facade of this network, and this is the simulation results. We used to use oil. With a new network, since there is a long way from the upstream to the downstream parts, you see that in the dark blue zones have more pressure, and towards the end points, we need to apply boosters in order to have an equal treatment of producer. This is another design of the water reception system. There is an electronic hydrometer. So this water supply is energy independent, and it is something that provides us the freedom to include all technologies mentioned, leading to a modernized irrigation system. On the 8th of November, there was an announcement that either 2.0 will promote our network. So we would like to thank Mr. Livanos and Mr. Skrekas, who set the foundation for this project from the very beginning, and we reached this pleasant development which will benefit us all. It was characterized as a significant pilot project. I was present at that day, and I believe that this project will pave the way for the next years. Thank you very much.